Hello, my name is Sonia Ross. I'm a psychotherapist, intuitive messenger, and an author. And this is the energy forecast and reading for May 2024 for Life Path 9. This is the energy forecast and reading for Life Path number 9 for May of 2024. So, welcome, Life Path 9. I'm really happy you're here. So, I've already checked with Spirit and we have the correct cards pulled for you. But first, let me just say as my disclaimer that these readings are never predictive or fortune telling. These readings are meant to empower you to connect with your own energies, to work with them in the best way possible. It's to remind you that you have the power, and all the power that you ever need in your life is within you to affect any type of change in your life. Anything I say is meant to encourage you and kind of be like little signposts and little stickies that you can put in you can kind of have in your mind's eye for the month, so that when these type of, if the energy should present themselves and you notice them, you can be like, oh, okay, I know what this is. Let me see what I can do to work with them. So this is all about empowering you and helping you to work in the most constructive way possible with the energies of your life. So let's begin. So the first card is, it's the Seven of Swords. This dang card was the first card in the last reading. Busy little thing. She's busy. Next card is the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands. Interesting. Okay, the next card is the Queen of Pentacles. Fascinating, fascinating. And this card is so pretty. The next card is the Ten of Cups. These are some lovely cards. And the next card is the Moon. Oh, right. Okay. Well, first, I'm going to say that this is a very so interesting. So we have the seven of swords, because what do they call this one, the Thief in the Night? They kind of call this card the Thief in the Night card too. So we'll see how it shows up in your reading. But this is a card. It's kind of dusk, shrouded in mystery. He's creeping away. And then we have the Moon card, another card that's kind of dusky, you know, sun is down, things are happening, things are emerging. And so these are the two bookends. But then in the center of the reading, we have these like wonderful, colorful, like buoyant, vibrant cards. So awesome. And of three different suits. We have the wands, we have the pentacles, and we have the cups. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Mm-mm-mm. Okay. So we're going to begin, but I'm going to try to think here. I'm not trying to think. Let me see what Spirit has to say, because I don't want to say the same thing I said about the Seven of Swords if it's not true, because that was just in my memory. So what do you have to say about the Seven of Swords? Okay. It's about integrity. Hmm. Okay. And begin. Okay. For the Seven of Swords, what I'm getting for you, Life Path 9, is that it's about integrity, and also you beginning to do the process of relying on your own thinking and your own intuition about a situation. You beginning to rely on your own thinking and intuition about a situation. This is a time and an energy for you to cultivate an inner awareness about what's happening for you mentally, and really think about things and look around you and really beginning to make some decisive decisions about your path forward. And in the obstacle position, kind of reversed, is the Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands is a woman of intuition, um, passion, creativity. She knows how to use the fire element to its in the most wise, sophisticated, loving, nurturing ways. But she's coming up in the obstacle, basically reverse. And so I think that you're being called on um, Life Path 9 to see if there's spaces and places within yourself where you are not accessing that energy in that way. If this is a card of wisdom, energy, fire, intuition, Is there a way in your life where you are not using that energy for yourself? Is there a way that you're not cultivating that energy or not connected to that energy within yourself? So you're being called on to really think about, are you not connected with your wisdom? Are you not connected with your intuition in a mature, loving, nurturing way? Are you not using the fire and the passion that's associated with the Queen of Wands to add passion and sustainability and nurturance to your own life? Because the next card we have is the Queen of Pentacles. And so another queen, so it's really interesting. You have two queens in a row. But she is the master of the physical domains, right? So she knows how to use her wisdom, her intuition, her nurturing energy to work with the physical world. So maybe what you're doing is you're not using your wisdom and your intuition to work with the spiritual world. Okay. So the wands also have to do with spirit too. So maybe you have not been using this energy to work with the things that are most inspiring to you. And maybe you're not using this energy to work with the spiritual world, but you do have the energy around you as in the center of the readings of the Queen of Pentacles. So maybe you have been using the energy in your energy of wisdom and nurturance to work with the physical world. Maybe you've been very good with um, cultivating things around your business, around your career, around your finances, nurturing those things and growing those things. But since to the left of you is the Queen of Wands in reverse, you're saying that while yes, you're doing this, but there's certain other ways that you're not cultivating yourself that you need to begin to cultivate yourself. And then the next card you have here is the Ten of Cups. And so the Ten of Cups is usually called the happy family card. And I love this card because I think this family is supposed to be like Hawaiian, and they're like having their little ceremony and party, and they're living it up and they're having such a good time together. And they all look so beautiful and happy. And so there is an energy of emotional joy and abundance around you. There is an energy of emotional joy, abundance around you. Where things on a certain level emotionally may feel like they've come together. And if that's the case, that's wonderful. So things are coming together here on a physical sense, and things are coming together on an emotional sense. But we have the moon, and the moon is about the mind. And so, but there's some other work you have to do, Life Path 9, which has to do with your mind. And that makes sense because swords are about the mind as well. Swords are about the mind, and the moon is about the mind. Swords are about your thinking, and the moon is about those deeper subconscious places in your mind. So you're being called on to connect and go within and work on those deeper, more subconscious places in your mind. And so that energy may be around you for about 90 days, 90 to maybe 120 days, the energy of working with the mind. So let me just say this. When it comes, this is a major arcana, and this is the only major arcana you have. And so major arcana are life themes. Major arcana are life themes. So you're being called on to work with this life theme just going forward. The 90 days, 90 to 120 days has to do with the overall energy of the reading. The overall energy of the reading is about 90 to 120 days, which is kind of far out for me. Normally I receive like 30 to 60 or 60 to 90 or 3 months or whatever, but I'm getting 90 to 120. So overall that energy is going to be around you for 90 to 120 days. But when it comes to the moon, this is a cycle, this is a theme, this is an archetypal energy that you have in your life right now that you're being called on to work with. You're being called on to work with your mind and to work with the subconscious. Because again, and also this is another card that has to do with deep, deep emotion. So maybe on the surface, you have some wonderful things going on with your family, wonderful things going on with your career, your finances in your life, but you're being called on to do some work with spirit, connect with the energy of spirit, and really work with your mind in a deeper way. I'm feeling for you, Life Path 9, that you've done a lot. There's a lot of good, positive energy you're having in your life right now, but there's still additional work that has to be done about connecting with your mind and really working with your hidden thoughts, your subconscious thoughts, things that may have been holding you back. Now, you may be like, well, I'm feeling pretty good. I don't feel like I'm being held back, but cards say otherwise. The cards are saying you have to work with your thinking because there's something going on. There's something going on in your mind, maybe you didn't want to face, maybe you didn't want to address. But since you have such an energy of abundance around you, the Queen of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups, use this energy of abundance and fullness to help you, to support you in this next leg of your journey with the energy of the moon and tapping into your subconscious and working through some of the other things that may have been sub hidden agendas within your own mind that may be sabotaging you or holding you back in certain ways. I hope you understand what that means. Excuse me. Okay, the Seven of Swords. Spirit, what would you like to say about the Seven of Swords? The Seven of Swords is not so much about integrity in your case, but it's more about developing greater self-awareness of your thinking and walking away from the thoughts that no longer serve you, which would make sense because we have the moon at the end, right? You're being called on with the Queen of Wands energy in reverse to reverse the energy that you give to others through, creativity and joy, and using that to feed yourself, because that'll be the avenue for when you connect with spirit. You need to strengthen your connection with spirit and use that energy of intuition and wisdom and nurturance for your own self, for your own inspiration, for your own life, so that you can motivate and inspire yourself. In the center of the reading, you're the Queen of Pentacles. The energy of nurturance, intuition, and wisdom has to do with the third dimension, your physical health, your fitness, your career, your finances. And Spirit is saying you've handled that very well, and that's wonderful. And they're happy that you're feeling good and that you're in the Ten of Cups energy. The energy of just feeling like, maybe there's some things, maybe your family life is finally in balance. Maybe your family life is finally in balance, and that's feeling really good for you. And that's wonderful. But there's still more work to be done as far as taking care of your own mind, working with subconscious, hidden ego agendas, things that are in your mind that you have not been attending to that can sabotage you and make you feel less than. Spirit is encouraging you to work through those, and that you will be supported in doing so. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So we're going to do that. So I'm going to ask the angels for their message. I think these cards look beautiful, but the fact that the Seven of Swords is at the beginning and the moon is at the end, there's some parts of your shadow you need to work on. There's some parts of your shadow you need to, and that there's a lot of external high energy, colorful energy outside, but don't let that external to you. I mean, if there's that energy that's around you that's so beautiful and pretty, because like these cards are so beautiful and pretty. Like if you have this energy around you, that's wonderful, but don't be distracted. You have some things to work on in your mind. Okay. Because you can have the beauty and you can also know that there's still other work to be done. You can have both. It just takes balance. Because cards overall, the energy is like very positive, but on the edges, there's work to be done. Important work, especially with the moon. Because I'm getting that maybe you have some subconscious hidden ego agendas that are not allowing you to feel fulfilled in certain ways. Okay. Angels, one card for life path 9. One card for life path 9. Choose one card for life path 9. Expect miracles. Okay. Can't go wrong with that one, right? Miracles occur naturally. They're always ready to unfold. Your angels encouraging you to prepare yourself for them now. And a miracle doesn't have to be extravagant change in circumstances. It can be a simple shift of energy that creates a wave of love in your life. If you need something positive to happen or you're praying hard for something, this card brings you the message that something exciting and healing is about to unfold. In order to help this along, you're being guided by your angels to recognize and honor your own worth. Realize that you're absolutely worthy of miracles and they will unfold in your life. Your entire life has been brought together by miracles. They are happening all the time, and the miracles that you need isn't a difficult one because, in the hands of the divine, anything is possible. Extended message: place yourself in a golden light. Remember that the light of God is within you, right there in the heart of your being and your soul. Good things can happen for you, but in order to manifest something wonderful in your life, you have to believe that it is possible. You could be seeing the miracle you need as impossible or even too big for you to achieve. Ultimately, this is exactly what is blocking it from happening, so change it now. Your angel guide is inviting you to open your mind and heart and to see what is being delivered to you. Feel that is already in your life. Feel grateful for all of your blessings, and you will allow the miracles you deserve to unfold. Ashe. So that's it for you, Life Path 9. Um, I'm a 9 too, so I will go back and listen to this reading in case it has wisdom for me as well. And if you'd like a personal, more in-depth reading, my information to have that with me is in the description box below. So my name is Sonia Ross. I'm a psychotherapist, an intuitive messenger, and an author. And I'm so happy and pleased to have been able to do this reading for you today. Please like this video, share it, subscribe, and leave a comment. I would love to hear from you how it resonated and how it spoke to you. So peace, Life Path 9. Many blessings.